making any money over there?
Losing money.
Losing money?
Yeah.
I gotta check my.
That's because your notification just came out.
It did?
It just popped up.
Ah, look at me. Now watch, as soon as I start talking, someone's gonna walk in like, hey, by the way. Third. Is there first and second? What's going on, Ariane? Good morning, y'all. I guess afternoon to the rest of the world. Morning for us still. Shoot. I'm tired. Life of Ride, what's going on? Good morning, y'all. Good afternoon to the rest of the country. I meant to put a video out yesterday. So I had this intention of recording the video. So I recorded the intro clip, and then after I visited my grandparents, I was gonna actually record a video of actually shop downtime with the Volvo, and I never got to do that. So I'm going live, but I'm still gonna do that video once I get the truck back again.
We had it back this morning.
We had it back for a minute. Yeah, it was fine until we had it back for what? A good 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I had to send her it back. Lenny, what's going on? So y'all, we are in the shop. We've been in the shop since Saturday morning. We dropped the truck off at the dealer to get repaired. We had a wiring harness. Wiring harness? Yeah. Electrical wiring harness go out on our passenger side headlight assembly. So we're in the shop because I don't have a headlight. So we were able to make it to California, but I don't want to risk driving around California and back out without getting stopped. So we went ahead and dropped the truck off at the shop on Saturday. So then we came to pick it up this morning, and it was ready-ish. It was ready. And then when we went to go test and make sure that the lights were working, the lights worked. We opened the hood. Shut the hood, and then it stopped working. So it's back in the shop. So they're trying to track down, I guess they're trying to figure out what wires grounded out to cause that issue. And yeah, so. Yeah, see, listen, I'm a truck driver, not a truck mechanic. So I didn't know. So I guess it's the only electrical one. Let's see. I'm at my very first truck and it's dead in the water, just sitting at the drop yard waiting on Lowe's to come out to give her a job. Oh man, that sucks. But it's good that you got your truck. I saw your post in Discord a little while ago. But speaking of emails, I've been emailing people back and forth all day today, so I haven't been able to be social on Discord. But congratulations on the new job offer, dude, for sure. I'm pulling into the Petron, Ontario right now. You are five minutes away from me, I think. 5 or 6 minutes away from me. We're not far from that Petro. We actually had to pass it on the way to get to the repair shop where we're at. Because our hotel was on the other side of the Petro, going down the, what's that, is that 60? Right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, 60, yeah. So, oh man, I like that. I do like your new YouTube name, Big Rick Jeffro. I like that. But what's going on, y'all? We're having a great time out in California. Sitting in the shop trying to get repaired. So with it being repaired though, and this is gonna be the reason, I'm gonna explain in detail more of why I think this is a pre-existing issue with this wiring harness. But now that the case is cleared, I don't know if you guys remembered, but in January, I said that my truck was broken down and in the shop. But there was actually a reason for that, and it was actually because I was involved in an accident. And now that the insurance is all settled out, I can now talk about it. So I was actually involved in an accident back in January, actually January 2nd. And the way that accident happened, like the damages it left was right in the area of that wiring harness. So I believe it's a pre-existing issue. So when the body shop repaired it, they repaired it. Obviously, they repaired it because it's been working for a while, and then all of a sudden, it's not working again. It's like it's more like a loose wire somewhere, but they're trying to find the wire itself and trying to see what they can do about repairing it. But that's the reason we're in the shop. So we're not, in fact, and again, I'm going to go into detail on this on the actual video I'm going to record once we get the truck back. But my truck, in fact, has never broken down. I've never had a breakdown on this truck.
I've been trying.
Brian has been trying to break stuff on my truck. But I've actually never had a breakdown or a breakdown with this truck. In fact, I've had about the same time that I've had this truck, the same amount of time that I had on my brand new Freightliner about a year and a half ago. I was already on my third breakdown with that brand new Freightliner. And this is a used Volvo, and it's actually never broken down on me. So it's been in the shop. This is the third time the truck has been in the shop, and 2 of them were at my request, which includes this time, and then the one in January was because of the accident. So I didn't do anything, Jeffra, in the accident. I actually had told you. I actually was hit in the accident, so that's the reason for the accident. And in the video, I have dash cam footage of it, so y'all will be able to see exactly what happened and stuff. So I'm gonna incorporate that in the video. Michael, I'm not gonna go tanker. I'm gonna go ahead and stay on the reefer side. I was considering flatbed for quite a while, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and stay on the reefer side while I have the truck. I want to do tanker, but I probably need to reach out to the tanker division, but I believe the Volvos are too heavy to be tanker, which is the reason why we can't take them tanker. So, you know, it's kind of is what it is. I do still want to do tanker eventually at some point in my life, but just not in this truck. So we'll see how that's going to happen. The person who hit me, she was at fault. She was at fault. It's kind of once you see the dash cam footage, it'll make more sense. So that's kind of what we're dealing with right now. So we're sitting in Fontana waiting for them to finish repairing the wiring harness. And we're just trying to figure it out from there. Too much work on the heat, and in the cold, I did it for a week. Oh, the flatbed part, yeah. Tanker seems like a pay cut. I don't know. Well, I've never ran it, so that's the thing. I don't know if it is or not, but I do know that because I'm from Georgia, I can get home a heck of a lot more and actually have a terminal near my house, so I'll be able to go home a lot more. So that's why I was going. See, Michael, that's what I heard too. Same money, less miles. I've also heard that. And with me, I only live 3. Either I stay in a home in Savannah, or I go home to Atlanta, which is 3.5 hours from there. So I think just that lane in general would be like the southeast region. So, and that's what I was trying to do. But like I said, I think the tractor is too heavy. My empty weight with a reefer trailer, fully fueled, was, what did I tell you? I just told you what it was too. It was like 34 and a half. I think it's 34.5 thousand, I think.
Yeah, because you said it was like 2,000 more than.
Because I know that we can pull 46,000 pounds of product and it'd be right at 80,000. So it's got to be like 34,000 empty. Is my empty weight for my truck. Something like that. I've got the scale ticket in my truck somewhere. I'll have to pull it out and correctly answer that question. All right, Jeff, take care, buddy. And yeah, I definitely want to see a video on that truck, dude. Do I like working for Prime? I love working for Prime, actually. I don't have any, well, I have complaints about Prime. But all in all, I I don't see myself going anywhere right now in the foreseeable future. I definitely enjoy Prime a lot. Why are you looking at me like that? Let's see. Your truck the same weight as my Freightliner was and lighter than my KW is currently. Now, is that for Prime or is that for a tanker company? To my understanding, they are still hiring out of Florida, but only down
The
to
northern part of Florida.
yeah. Well, it's some it's all of Florida except past a certain point.
Yeah.
It's some type of river. There's a cutoff point. I don't remember exactly where that name of that river is though. But if you're in like central to west, east, and north part of Florida, then yes, we are hiring Okeechobee. Thank you. So anything below the Okeechobee River, no, we're not hiring out of Florida. Everywhere else we're hiring out of Florida. Does Prime have dedicated routes in the south? They have the Southeast Regional. My understanding is they do have dedicated, but you cannot request for them. But I do know that there's a Southeast Regional as far as dedicated routes in the south. Yes. Lake Okeechobee. Thank you for that. Heathens, what's going on, buddy? He just in the shop talking. And no, I'm not broke down. This is
We headlight us.
we we had a headlight go out, and I don't like rolling around California much more or less than anybody else does. So I chose to get that looked at and actually have another headlight going for it. There we go. So yeah, so dedicated routes, they do have Southeast Regional. I don't know about the actual dedicated. What year is my truck? My truck is a 2019. Oh, okay. So if you can do KW, oh, because you bought your truck. I wonder if I just have to have a pump and stuff installed on mine and switch it over. Do you know what equipment you had to add on to that truck, or did you spec it out for a tanker truck when you bought it outside of Prime, Michael? That's still considered a breakdown. Yeah, tomato. Okay, it's not. I feel like breakdown is like my coolant exploding, and I don't have any coolant in my truck. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Oh, your reefer. Okay. And so, are you running under Prime's authority, or are you running under someone else's authority? Like, what's that company that does Kenworth? BLC? Are you under BLC or are you under Prime? Have I ever gotten into any fights on the road? No. I've never gotten into any fights. Prime's authority. Okay. Do you got the T680? Just curiously. I'm pretty sure it is T680, but because of the wheelbase requirement, right? Spare bulb. So it's actually not the bulb. It's all of my bulbs work. It's just literally the wiring harness. So there's a wire that's rubbing that they can't locate. So that's what they're trying to find. T680. How do you like the T680? What was the process to bring your own truck? I'm in a Prime truck, so I don't know. I do know there's a guideline list you have to go by. Like, it has to be a certain wheelbase, and then bobtail weight with a quarter tank of fuel and all your stuff. It has to be like under 18,500 pounds, something like that. Has to be 3 years or newer. Okay, you know what? I was thinking about that, Kenworth. So that was you. Okay, I like that truck actually. I considered looking at a T680, but I've never driven them, so I didn't want to be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go buy it, and then never actually able to do any work in it. But how do you like it? How long is the shortest lease at Prime? It depends on what's available. If you have someone, like me, so my lease on my truck ends next year in July. So if shut up. So if I turn my truck in, like if I decide that I don't want to drive this truck anymore or get a new truck or whatever the case may be, I'll turn it into Prime, and whatever that time that I turn it in until next July would be the rest of that lease. So the shortest lease is basically on whatever is available. Right now, it's generally newer trucks or trucks that have been turned in early, but there's not really a shorter lease per se. Mine is 2018, so only has the trash auto 10 speed. 2019 started the auto 12. See, yeah, and the Volvo's 2019. It's got the 12, auto 12 speed. Let's see, $1,700 a month in payments. Nice. One day I want to get there. Who's your student? He said, "Who's your student?" Brian, the Volvo
The
breaker.
one that keeps breaking the Volvo.
Yeah. He's the reason the wiring harness is acting up right
I was behind down the road.
But yeah, that's my student, which not for very much longer.
No,
What you
not
got?
much longer.
A week?
Yeah, about a week left.
Yeah, he's a week left on my truck, and then he's done with his miles. So not a student for very much longer.
Then I'm
Today.
behind my own truck.
Please, and stop breaking mine. Today on Success Leasing's website, there were several 2019 trucks with EOL of next year. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right.
Oh, they had plenty of them on there?
Hmm?
They had plenty of 2019s on the
That's what
on the
someone
website?
just said it.
Oh,
Because I checked it earlier this morning, and there was nothing on there. So I meant they must have added. They must have added some trucks. I don't know. Get a new Volvo from Lone Mountain when they get more in. I considered that. I considered it. I spoke with them briefly, but there's a requirement on there that I'm not a huge fan of because, well, it's basically just proving the account has a minimum of like, especially for the newer trucks, the account has to have a sitting balance of like $33,000 or $34,000, and with me, I have everything on auto transfer. So I don't have money sitting in one account. I have like 5 accounts that I move it around to. And so just to move everything back to that one account and let it sit for 3 months, I'm not, I was like, whatever. I'm not going to even worry about it. But I mean, just leasing the truck from Prime is, I'm okay with that. Can you request what area you want to drive as a new hire?
yeah, if you're a lease operator.
Yes, you can. See, so the list is empty now. You can request what area you want to drive, or either a certain area, or request to get onto the waiting list for the regional routes. But there's not really a reason why you shouldn't be able to request what area you go to. If you're a company driver, most likely not. But for lease operator, you can. I mean, it's your lease. However you want to run your truck. Do they run you the same as a used truck from them? They dibs and then bring to Prime. Money laundering. It's not money laundering. You can bring your own truck to Prime. Yes, you can bring your own truck to Prime, but it has to meet certain requirements.
Like any other company you could do.
Like, yeah, exactly. So any other company, not even just Prime, but any other company you would lease a truck onto, it has to meet the minimum requirements in order to sign on to that lease. No, I actually went company first. So I went company for my orientation to get my permit and my CDL through Prime was January of 2019. Got hired on February 14th. They actually got my CDL February 14th of 19. And then I switched to lease February 4th of 2020. So I was company basically for about a year. The most dangerous road I've been on, it was in Pennsylvania. I don't remember that highway route though, but it's like a 14% grade with curves. Probably was I don't remember what highway that was. I'm sure someone will know. But there's a highway in Pennsylvania. It's like a little bit back U.S. highway. It's a 14% grade on it. It's got a bunch of curves, but it has a beautiful skyline because y'all know I drive at night. So at the top of the crest, it's like I don't even know what city that is, but it's really pretty. But that downgrade and the curves, especially in the middle of the night, you can't see on the other end of that curve. So that's probably the most dangerous road I've been on. A road that we're supposed to be on anyway. Trucker John, what's going on, my man? If I have recent 6 months OTR experience, will I have to do 30,000 miles? I don't know. Best bet is to contact a recruiter because they have particular things that they have, little check marks that they do. So I would get with them because they're probably the only person that's going to be able to answer that question. Get the truck you want. Don't settle. I settled. I'm making it work though. Say 30,000 a year for maintenance fund to make sure I'm always good. That's good though. Now with you owning that truck, or did you do regular leasing or a regular company driving for Prime before you bought that truck? Because I want to know if your revenue is any different. If you notice a change in revenue from leasing the truck and changing it over to owning the truck. So yeah, I just wasn't gonna be a long live. I just wanted to come and talk to y'all and check in. Hello, Ross, just started my TNT. Thanks for all the info. You're very welcome, Dan. If you ever have any questions, in my description, it will be my email address and my Instagram. So if you have any questions, just feel free to let me know. I'll be getting $5 a mile when buying. $5 a mile. $1,700 a month helps when you want to go home. You can stay longer. Fixed cost of $72. I wonder what the fixed costs entail.
You're probably doing it daily. $72. You're probably doing it daily.
$72 a week.
For a $1,700 truck payment?
Well, I'm sure the $72 is for what Prime is taking out.
Oh.
As far as like settlement, operator statements, and fuel card charges and whatever. How long does the 30,000 usually take? Brian's been with me a month and a half.
Yeah, and we took some time off.
And we took 8 days off. So roughly about a month and a week or a month and 2 weeks. Depends on how you're running. It depends on your fleet manager, depends on the loads, depends on the time of day that you're available. So many different variables, but you can go ahead and say 1 to 2 months is about the time it takes for it to get training done.
It's whooping his ass.
I know. Same fleet manager, same load choice. Oh, so you do keep load choice. Okay, that's good to know. I've been getting that question a lot actually.
Now,
What company do you guys drive for?
Prime.
Why'd you roll your eyes like that?
Who you drive for, Swift?
I started with Swift.
Really?
Who you
Yes,
drive
I
for
sure
now?
did, and I had no problem with them.
Who you drive for now?
I
No, I
actually-
just figured all the Swift trucks out there, you might have been one of them.
Yeah.
No, I never hit anybody, okay? And I knew how to drive before I got in there.
Oh, it's like us.
No, my ex was a truck driver, so I knew how to drive this truck before I got in there. I just went in there to get my damn license, all I did. No, seriously, I went in there, and I was in there with 5 students, they put 5 students to an instructor. I'm teaching them how to fucking drive the damn truck with the damn stick, because nobody knows how to freaking drive the damn truck. No, I'm like thinking you guys are good. The instructor's not even telling them, because they think, okay, we're backwards in the truck. They're revving up the freaking RPMs and then trying to stick it in. I'm like, no, you guys.
It's different.
Guys, it's backwards. You gotta let it go down to stick it in, otherwise you're not gonna get it anywhere here. It's backwards from when you're. So I'm teaching them how to damn fucking drive the damn truck, and we have an instructor in the truck, and they can't even talk to them right. Wait a minute, let me do the work here. So I'm like, okay. So they really didn't put me behind the wheel because they put me into the first day.
You can't see it, that's why.
I could drive the truck, and I'm like, yeah, I told you, I've been around. I was married for 28 years. My ex knew how to drive a truck, so I was with him all the time. And if you know how to drive stick once, it's no different than that.
81.
So then, divorces.
Virginia's
Want
okay.
Somebody else, and I have somebody else, and it's like, Okay, well, anyhow, I was with Swift for 2 years. I didn't have a problem with them.
So you can't really see
I did have
the
problem at
lounge
beginning of my
because I have it
instructors.
tilted
That I
up.
had a problem.
It's nice. It's nice.
So I finally got an instructor at the end, got my license and all that.
But,
Stayed with them for 2 years.
I got a couple emails I got to do,
Back with them.
and then I think our truck's about to be ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this live up.
I went
So
to
until
detail
next time, y'all,
detail
if you're thinking y'all might as well do it logically, and I'll see y'all on the next one.
in Fresno.
Peace.